Once upon a time in feudal Japan, there lived a young samurai named Yuki. He dreamed of becoming the greatest warrior in the land. He'd spend hours talking about his grand plans, reading tales of famous battles, and picturing himself winning great victories. Yuki dreamed of mastering countless weapons, learning advanced strategies, and bringing honor to his clan. He truly believed that having such powerful ambition would naturally lead him to greatness. Yet when it was time to train, Yuki always found an excuse. He'd tell himself the weather wasn't right, that he wasn't feeling well, or that he needed to plan just a little more carefully before he began. Years passed, and while Yuki's dreams grew larger and more vivid, his skills remained small. Younger warriors who trained every single day soon surpassed him, and Yuki came to realize a painful truth. His dreams hadn't lifted him higher, they had actually made him weaker. His ambition, without any action, had left him frustrated, unprepared, and filled with regret. This story reveals a deep truth about human nature. Yuki believed that his strong ambition and clear goals would automatically push him to act. But his identity as a dreamer created a massive gap between what he desired and what he was willing to do. He found comfort in imagining his future instead of enduring the discomfort of daily practice. He discovered, as many of us do, that motivation alone cannot bridge the gap between wanting and doing. In fact, the more he talked about his plans without acting, the more his mind rewarded him as if he had already achieved something. His dreams became a trap, and his inaction became his downfall. The ancient samurai understood just how dangerous this gap between wanting and doing can be. Dreams without action quietly waste our time, and time, once lost, can never be reclaimed. The larger our goals, the easier it is to feel overwhelmed by how far away they seem, and the more likely we are to put off the small, simple steps that would actually bring them closer. We tell ourselves that preparation is progress, but in reality, we're often just drifting further from the real work that matters. Centuries ago, the great swordsman Miyamoto Musashi understood this truth perfectly. Unlike those who try to transform their lives in a single sudden moment of inspiration, Musashi devoted himself to small, steady actions performed every single day. He knew that greatness wasn't built in sudden bursts of energy, but through the quiet, consistent rhythm of repetition. The samurai, though famous for their dramatic battles, became strong through the humble discipline of daily practice. They didn't train when they felt ready, they trained because training was their way of life. Waiting for motivation before you start is like waiting for perfect weather before starting a long journey. You might just wait forever, while others who are willing to walk even in the rain reach their destination long before you. The truth is, motivation is not the spark that creates action. More often, it's the flame that follows it. Action creates momentum, and momentum gives rise to the energy we often mistake for inspiration. The people who achieve the most aren't the ones who feel inspired every day. They are the ones who act even when they don't feel like it. The samurai captured this powerful principle in the teaching of Kaizen no Mi, the way of small, continuous improvements. They would say, the mountain is climbed one step at a time, not by staring at its peak and wishing to be there. Even if the steps seem tiny, they lead to strength because they are repeated. Even if the progress seems slow, it builds into mastery because it never stops. Imagine a samurai student who feels too lazy to train, yet chooses to practice just a single sword form each morning. His friends might laugh at his tiny effort, telling him it's useless, but he continues. Over time, that single movement becomes automatic. His body grows stronger, his technique sharper, his discipline deeper. Months later, he realizes he has built a solid foundation that allows him to learn advanced skills with ease, while his friends who waited for motivation are still stuck at the very beginning. In this way, The smallest consistent step can carry far greater power than the grandest, most ambitious plan. The lesson here is crystal clear. Preparation without practice is simply procrastination in disguise. Talking about your goals without doing the work creates the illusion of progress while leaving you completely unchanged. Waiting for motivation is nothing more than handing control of your future over to your fleeting emotions. The samurai knew that true strength lies not in feeling ready, but in acting despite resistance. Yagyu Munagori, one of the great samurai teachers, once said, "The sword that waits for perfect conditions never leaves its sheath." He also taught, if you wait for the right moment, you may wait forever. Our constant need for motivation comes from a place of fear. We fear the discomfort of starting when we feel tired. We fear the resistance of continuing when we lack energy. We fear the possibility that our efforts won't feel rewarding right away. Yet discipline isn't about avoiding these feelings, it's about moving through them. True strength is not the ability to act only when conditions are perfect, but the ability to act when conditions are not. The samurai way to break laziness is therefore simple but incredibly profound. Begin with small daily actions, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Do not wait to feel ready, because readiness is an illusion. Do not place your trust in your emotions, because feelings are fleeting and unreliable. Instead, place your trust in habits and commitments, for they build the unshakable foundation of all great achievement. As the warriors of old once said, "I am not controlled by my feelings, I am guided by my commitments." Strength doesn't mean saying, "I feel like doing this." True strength means saying, "I will do this, whether I feel like it or not." The power to act without waiting for motivation is the power to truly shape your life.